establish humanity in this country, and then he walked into Buddhism. Then you have to carefully look at Maulana Azad Khan. In the Islamic, in the Indian independent debate, there was Iqbal who formulated the two-nation theory, and much before that there was Sir Syed Ahmad. Iqbal and Jinnah were for Pakistan, formation of a separate state. Ambedkar worked his own theory on that. And Maulana Azad was for united India. Now what shocked me when I read Maulana Azad was that there is a very fundamental issue that he raised. He was the president of Indian National Congress. He was the first Muslim to join Congress, and he was suspected in Calcutta because the British were recruiting Muslim officials to control the Hindu people, and therefore his own entry into Congress was suspected by Hindus. Did British send him as an agent? Okay, that part is over. But later, Maulana Azad, after he served as the president of Indian National Congress for 2 terms, he named Nehru as the next successor. And that was then called cabinet mission. Maulana Azad later tells, I have committed greatest mistake by naming Nehru as my successor. Why? He says, the cabinet mission approved my proposal of keeping united India with provinces as total autonomous provinces where Muslim majority was there, the Muslim state would be formed and Muslim rulers would exist in the democratic form. But Nehru and Patel opposed that proposal and said that we will not accept the Maulana Azad's proposal. And that is where Jinnah declared, the two-nation formation and their own Pakistan question. Then he gives 2 examples. How communalism operated in Congress. In the first election, 1937 election, when the Congress won the election, in Bengal, there was a Nariman who was the most popular Congress leader who should have become the chief minister. And he was a Parsi. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel absolutely manipulated in a Hindu fundamentalist manner and threw him out, and he made a Brahmin as the chief minister. And in Bihar, a Muslim was supposed to be the chief minister candidate who was most popular, Syed Khan. But Rajendra Prasad manipulated in favor of one Narayana, the first chief minister, a Brahmin, and then did not allow him to become. He says, absolute communal politics were operating within the Congress. And that is where the whole problem of, justification of Pakistan came. Therefore today, I have a feeling to fight the question of SC/ST, the Brahminic democracy that exists, there is a fundamental need for unification of SC/ST OBC minorities based on certain thought. The thought of Pule, the thought of Ambedkar, and the thought of Maulana Azad. Even the Kashmir question has to be dealt within the larger context of this total discrimination and violence that is being used by the present state, what I call Kautilian state. The state is Kautilian, it uses violence, and its spiritual realm is violent, its political realm is violent, its military realm is violent. Therefore, all kinds of mutilation is taking place. So friends, as young students, my appeal to you is the only way to save the people here. Now, what kind of nations will come in? What happens to each region is a different question. The people have a right to choose. But the question is, Hinduism is spiritual fascism. A Muslim is not saying that, but we who experience its spiritual fascist structure with the weaponized gods, I am saying this. Whereas Buddhism, Christianity, Islam, Sikhism, or spiritual democracy, who believe that God created all human beings equal. Whether we believe in religion or not is a different question. But if you believe in Hinduism, you are violent. You are worshipping violence. Even you may be a vegetarian, but you worship violence. That's called vegetarian violence. Stop this. This rubbish theory of peaceful, non-violent, vegetarian Brahmanism is absolutely wrong, and they worship violence. Did you see anywhere in the world human beings worshipping gods who have weapons in their hands? No, only in this country. Therefore, this nation also became violent. To root out the violence, you search for the alternative in Buddha. Buddha said, if Brahmanism was using violence as a creed, in each yajna and yaga, 150,000 cattle were killed and one head priest was eating 8 brains of 8 bulls. That was the Brahmin capacity. 8 brains. I could not get 1 brain of 1 bull. And that was their violence. There was the absolute non-violent Jains who were thinking that inhaling insect will also kill this thing. And the Buddha came and said, middle path, madhya marga. So using violence as creed is wrong, and using violence as need is necessary. Therefore, the people who fight for their rights should not use violence as creed. They can use violence as need. And that is what Ambedkar's ideology is. That is what Mahatma Phule's ideology is. That is what even the democratic structure all over the world, and even in the realm of socialism, that is what alone can work. And I believe strongly that alone can win the battle in this country and defeat the violent state formations and the so-called democratic structures that really violate even the Constitution. Thank you very much.
Insightful message regarding how Hinduism suppressed the other people, especially Dalits, Adivasis and minorities, and democracy regarding Muslims, and how Muslims were treated by the influence of Western world and Western countries, and also why Ambedkar born and experiences and why finally sells Buddhism, because of the influences of the Hinduism by the forces of society, he made choice to go to Buddhism finally, and also the need of unity among Dalits, Adivasis and minorities also. So when we unite, we can fight for us. Otherwise, we can't survive, because the other forces are very influential one. So we have to be united. And now I invite V.S. Krishna to deliver his message.
I've actually been asked by my friend Veeranna to also expound a little bit on what democracy means for essentially Adivasis. As a human rights activist, one is familiar with situations in and around our state. And I would imagine that the most vivid example in front of us now is what is being called the whole phenomenon of green hunt happening in not just our neighboring Chhattisgarh state, but essentially in Chhattisgarh.